Yeah, now we're getting set for opening kickoff, Stuart, and number 32 for the Lions will be kicking off tonight to start off the ball game. Aiden Meek, he's a senior here, 6'2", 155. I saw him practicing during warm-ups, and he looked pretty solid kicking the ball. So Towns County, win, lose, or draw, one thing you cannot knock on these guys is their special teams capability. They've had so many great returns this season, punt return, kickoff return, and made some great tackles as well. So special teams is not an area of concern, and I don't think it should be an area of concern for anybody watching the Towns County Indians. They've been very great so far this season. Now we're at 5 seconds until the whistle blows, signaling opening kickoff. And your Towns County Indians have 2 guys back set to receive, and there's the horn on the scoreboard. And now Aiden Meek will stand at the 35-yard line. The referees blow the whistle, and here's the opening kick by Aiden Meek. It's kind of a pooch kick, goes up to the 30-yard line, and Towns County will take a knee right there. And number 55, Wesley Calhoun, made the catch for your Indians, so already gets his name called early in this one.
He did, and of course he may have been able to pick up a couple of yards, but he's not really a ball carrier. And no doubt the coaches have told them if they kick it short like that, I want you to catch it, secure it, and just kneel down.
Yeah, limit turnovers as much as possible, and that's definitely what was being preached this week at practice for sure. So now your Towns County Indians have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Trent Bradshaw, senior quarterback here for your boys in blue. Towns County dressed out in the all-navy blue, and the Lions are wearing all white with the burgundy accents on the side and numbers as well. So 1st and 10 now for Towns County. Bradshaw has a running back to his left, Blaine Rogers. Bradshaw takes a snap. First play of the game, we're going to pass the ball down the field. It's a high pass thrown out of bounds and headed for Will Travis. So I believe that's the first time this season that we've seen us try to throw the ball down the field on the first play of the ball game.
First down, and that was actually a well-designed play. We had Logan Soesby running off the cornerback. We had the safety come up covering Will there in the slot position. Will ran sort of what you call a wheel route, meaning there's no real sharp turns in it. He just sort of, it's a real smooth, long transition. Now we've got a whistle. We've got an
equipment timeout.
Yeah, equipment timeout.
It looked like his pad went under his pant line there, so he'll have to come off.
Yeah, his knee pad fell out. So
before any contact.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play though. And we like seeing that out of the Indians.
Here comes the second play of the possession. Handoff goes up the gut for your Towns County Indians. And we will pick up 3 on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 7 now for Towns County. And Blaine Rogers, a guy that we have to rely on here when your running backs are not 100% healthy and you're lacking depth at the running back position. Blaine Rogers is a guy that's come in for your Indians and made plays throughout these past 3 weeks.
Yeah, Blaine has done well, and that was a nice pickup. And again, one of the first things I'm going to be looking at is at the line. And he did not have a big hole, but on the first down, Trent had time to throw on that one. He was able to pick up a few yards, so that's looking good for our line so far.
3rd and 7 now for your Indians. 11 minutes remain here in the first quarter. Bradshaw, shotgun formation, rolling left, tries to get rid of the ball. He can't do so. He's going to be sacked immediately there by the Lions, number 17. And Scarberry with the sack to make it 4th down and about 14 now for Towns County. So Bradshaw, they do try to throw the ball here early on this drive, which I do like that, but at the same time, you know, try to pick up a few more yards. 3rd down and 7, try to take a shot down the field. And Bradshaw did not have anybody open that I saw, so he could have either thrown the ball away or taken the sack, and 2 guys were all over him, so he did have to take the sack. So now 4th down and about 17. Here's the snap to Bradshaw, who'll punt this ball away. And the Lions will have a return man there at the 45-yard line. That's number 1. Cuts upfield across the 50-yard line. Still chugging his way along down the 40-yard line of Towns County all the way down to the 39-yard line. So number 1 with the return, Logan Johnson with the punt return for the Lions, and that'll set them up 1st and 10 from Towns County 38-yard line. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, the Indians come out to do something different, to throw the ball twice on the first 3 downs. We appreciate them getting inventive and trying some stuff. but unfortunately, Trent had a decent punt there, but he had a great return, and the Lions are in great field position to start this ball game. Our defense is going to have to be really strong right here to keep points off the board.
And here come the Lions with their quarterback number 4, Gauthier, coming out with the one-back set. Handoff goes to the left side to fumble football. The ball is loose, and Towns County has recovered a fumble. Number 33, Andrew Griffin with a fumble recovery on the first play from scrimmage for the Lions. Towns County has gotten the ball back. 10 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and I'm not sure who knocked the ball loose, but the ball came loose off the running back. Maybe he just lost it himself, and Andrew Griffin dove on it for Towns County.
Yeah, I think that Hebron got the feeling of what we've experienced for the past 3 weeks. First play of the ball game, and you get a turnover. Now what the Indians got to do is be able to capitalize like some of the teams have done against us, and we need to get some points off of turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot come away here without any points. You need 7. Here's 1st and 10 for Towns County. Bradshaw rolling right under pressure, throws it to the right side on the sideline, intended there for number 11, Tyler Schwangert. Falls incomplete, thrown a little bit out of bounds, so that will bring up 2nd and 10 now. 9 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Your Indians have the ball back following the Lions' fumble on their first possession.
But Chris, we've had the ball for 4 plays, and 3 of them have been passing. So we understand so far that what the coach is doing is saying, hey, we've got to get the ball to the edges and get the ball down the field.
That's exactly what the Indians are doing so far. 2nd and 10. Bradshaw has a fullback Rogers and a tailback Gillis behind him. Here's the snap. Handed off to the fullback. Rogers gets up to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 once again for the Indians. So they're not quitting. They're not giving up on running the football, which they should not. They've had a lot of success doing that, but I do like the idea of incorporating more of a passing offense tonight in this ballgame. That's what we've seen so far. 3rd down and 8 for your Indians from their own 49-yard line. And
well, what will end up happening is you start throwing those balls out to the corners, the linebackers will start having to cheat out, and that's actually going to open up the running game for us.
Yeah, I do like that analysis there, Stuart. Here's the snap. Bradshaw taking it, looking left, firing down the field, intended there for number 3, Logan Sosby. And great coverage there by the defensive back for the Lions, number 16, Paulson. And it fell incomplete. So 4th down and 8. Towns County would have loved to come away with some points there on that possession. Now you have to get a great punt off here and limit the return. I think last punt was great, but the return was also phenomenal for the Lions. Got up across midfield. So now Bradshaw will stand back at this 35-yard line, 4th down and 8, awaiting the snap.
I wouldn't mind to see them try to kick it away from him.
Let's see what Bradshaw does. 4th and 8 from their 49-yard line. Here's a snap. Bradshaw, plenty of time. Great job there by the line. High punt. This punt is going far, all the way down to the 14-yard line, and that's where the fair catch was made there by the return man, number 1, Johnson. So great punt there for Towns County. That puts them back within their own 15-yard line. So they'll have to drive this ball 86 yards to score a touchdown.
Well, ideally we'd come away with points there, but if nothing else, that turnover has flipped the field here, where they started their first drive in amazing field position. Here, like you say, they're pinned back a little bit. Love to see another turnover right here, and the Indians would sure enough be set up.
They would. 9 minutes remain here in the first quarter, Stuart. Towns County trying to make a defensive stop happen. And we will see what the Towns County Indians can do right here on this possession defensively. 1st and 10 now for the Lions. Dropping back is the quarterback. He's going to try to run to the left side, and he's going to be hit there. He might have gotten a yard. A great read there defensively by the defensive end for your Indians. And Blaine Rogers, number 15, gets his name called there with a tackle.
Blaine Rogers again, he's done it all. He's got all the Indians yards and their first tackle of the night. So, and I'm not sure who was supposed to be covering the wide receiver there, number 6, Hunter Borges, for Hebron, but he was wide open down the field. Thankfully, the quarterback did not have an opportunity to throw the ball.
2nd and 10 now for the Lions. 2nd and 9, correction. Here's the snap. He's going to look left. Plenty of time. Unloads a deep ball down the field, and it's overthrown a little to the right of his receiver. And 3 Towns County defensive backs were in the area. So great job there to force 3rd down and 9.
Well, look for another pass right here on 3rd and long, and certainly they've shown that willing to look down the field. Great coverage that time by the Indian secondary. We need to keep it up. But the biggest thing is if you can put pressure on him, get a sack, just keep him from throwing the ball. That's the best kind of pass defense.
Yeah, this is a big quarterback that the Lions have. He's just a sophomore, 6'5", 6'4", 185, and he also is very quick. Unable to get away 2 plays ago, but he did look quick. So now 3rd down and 9 for the Lions. He's got a single back set, and there's a flag down before the snap.
Looks like we'll have a false start there by Hebron. That's going to back him up even more.
Things are just looking great here for Towns County, especially on the defensive side of things.
Well, and the thing is, Chris, when good things like this are happening, you must take advantage. We cannot allow them to get a first down here. We cannot, allow them to overcome the turnover and the penalty, and then we've got to get some points. We've got to get some points on the board.
Yeah, 8 minutes, 13 seconds remain here in the first quarter. That false start cost them 5 yards. 3rd down and 14 for the Lions from their 10-yard line. And now the quarterback, Gauthier, will wait the snap. He gets a snap, looking right, going to fling it over the middle, and it's a overthrown ball once again, but the receiver did have his man beat. If that would have been timed a little better, that could have been going the other way for 6 points. And the pass was intended for number 3, Saturday, a sophomore for the Lions. And that brings up 4th down and 14, Stuart. Towns County will get a chance to have a return game here on the punt. And, this would be a great opportunity for Alan Gillis to take this one to the house. That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. Wesley Calhoun came on the late blitz, put a little pressure there on the quarterback, and had a missed throw there.
Here's the punt, and it bounces at the Lions' 43-yard line, rolls its way up to the 45.5-yard line. The Indians will take over in Lion territory, which is great, but we need to move the football here in this possession.
We've got to move the football. Again, best field position. If you're playing a field position game, so far the Indians are clearly winning that. But if it doesn't put points on that scoreboard down on the right side of us here, it doesn't really matter. We've got to march down this field and put some points on the board. So far, we've had 2 running plays that's gained us a net of 5 yards, and we've had 4 missed passes. So we've got to connect on one of those passes or do something else in the running game. I believe we can run against these guys, Chris.
I do too. 1st and 10 now from the Lions' 45-yard line. 2-back set once again for Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to keep it himself. No, great fake there by the quarterback, Trent Bradshaw. He gave it off to the up back, Blaine Rogers, who got 2 more yards for Towns County. So they are able to do this play. That's the 3rd time we've seen this play call, and it's kind of a read. Bradshaw, if he doesn't like what he sees, he keeps it himself. He watches that defensive end, like you say. And Blaine Rogers carried that one for 2 yards for the Indians. 2nd down and 8 from the Lions' 43-yard line, and Bradshaw has 1 running back to his right, 1 running back to his left. It's Blaine Rogers and Alan Gillis. Here's a snap. Bradshaw going to keep it himself, run up in between 2 guys. The ball is fumbled on the play, and it's recovered by the Lions across the 50-yard line down to the 45-30, all the way down to the 30-yard line. And was that actually a fumble? Bradshaw got tackled. It hit off of his kneecap and went under the air. I've never seen that happen before in a football game. The ball, Bradshaw kept it himself, ran for 4 yards, and tried to fight for a few more extra yards, and the ball hits off his kneecap and went straight up in the air, kind of like a pop fly in baseball. It only went about 10 yards in the air, 10 feet in the air. But, wow, I cannot believe that just happened. I've never seen that before in a football game. I've seen it, bounce off a player's hands, but I've never seen it come off a guy's kneecap and just go straight up in the air without being down by the ground whatsoever. So now 1st and 10 for the Lions from the Indians' 31-yard line. And there are a few whistles coming in here before the snap here. Towns County Indians are going to take a timeout here. 7 minutes, 5 seconds remain in the first quarter. We'll be right back on 97.7 with more Towns County Indian football.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Back here in Hiawassee, Georgia, with more Towns County Indian football on Lake 97.7, and we appreciate Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street for bringing you tonight's coverage, making this possible for Stuart Nichols and myself. And we just witnessed a quick sweep pass or wing pass out to the left side to the running back, and he got 11 yards for the Lions. So now they'll set up 1st and 10 now from the Indians' 20-yard line, and the Lions did make a quarterback change. Originally it was number 4 playing quarterback, and now we've got number 6, Borges. And here's the snap. He's going to keep it himself, running it down to the 10-yard line, breaks through 3 tackles, dives for the pylon, and he is in for a touchdown. He just dove out for that pylon with 2 guys to beat and somehow stretched his arm out for the touchdown. And this guy just came in on this drive, Hunter Borges.
I think that's just sort of their version of the Wildcat. Put him back there for his ability to run, and certainly we saw why. Good job by the Lions wide receivers making some blocks down the field, and just a good hard run. And this is not how the Indians wanted this to get set up.
And here comes the point after touchdown. They're going to try to go for 2, and he's going to be swallowed up by Andrew Griffin.
Great job. Great job by that defense.
Never seen that formation following a touchdown. Have you, Stuart? I've never seen 3 guys out left, 3 guys at the middle of the field, and a couple guys to the right-hand side like that. Never witnessed that before. But that's a huge stop there, because now if Towns County scores a touchdown and gets the extra point, we're up 7-6.
Yeah, we have to come away. Unfortunately, they did score a touchdown, but we're in pretty good shape there after that, messed up 2-point conversion. I'll say this, Chris, you do see a lot of teams run funky stuff like that on the extra points, because if they can get somebody out of position, they'll try. But usually what will happen, if you get your guys lined up, they'll shift into a traditional kicking formation and kick the extra point. But I guess that time the Lions saw something they thought they could take advantage of. But great job there by Andrew Griffith and friends to be able to stop that.
Yeah, nice job there. Like you said, defensively, Towns County able to prevent an additional 2 points from being up on the scoreboard. So the scoreboard shows 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's a 6-0 ball game. The Lions of Hebron Christian Academy are leading your Towns County Indians, and John Cornett had a few words to say to his returnman here, Alan Gillis. He'll be on the near side of the field, as well as number 24, Nick Bradley of the Towns County Indians. And we await the kickoff following the touchdown. And once again, number 32, Aiden Meek, a senior kicker for the Lions, will kick this one away from the 40-yard line. Here comes Meek. Kicks this one. This one's an actual typical kick all the way down to the 9-yard line. Bounces, and it rolls out of bounds. So that's a penalty there against the Lions.
Great job there by Nick Bradley to have the mindset and the heads up to notice that ball was headed toward the sidelines, and he just let it go because that is a penalty. So the Indians will get the ball in good field position here at the 35 to start this drive.
Absolutely. If he would have touched that ball, we have the ball 1st and 10 from our own 4-yard line. And I'm not sure at the beginning of that play of that kick, I wasn't sure if he knew to let that one roll out or what, but he did, and the ball did go out of bounds. So now your Indians take over 1st and 10 from their 35.
No turnovers.
No turnovers. You heard it here first by Stuart Nichols on WJUL. 1st and 10 now for your Indians from the 35-yard line. Let's see what Bradshaw can do. Here's Bradshaw, hands it off to Alan Gillis, running around the left side, and is wrestled out of bounds near the 39-yard line. Nice gain there for Alan Gillis. That's the first time we've seen Alan Gillis get the football, and he picked up a solid 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 following the Alan Gillis run to the outside.
Well, yeah, Chris, I was just going to mention that. He's one of our top athletes, and that's the first time he's touched the ball on offense tonight. So hopefully they'll be getting him more and more involved as this game goes along.
6.5 minutes to go here, Stuart, in the first quarter. 6-0 the score. The Indians trail the Lions, and here comes Bradshaw. calling out what looks to be an audible once again. Blaine Rogers playing fullback, Gillis playing running back. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Rogers, and he is met immediately there by a herd of Lions, a pride of Lions, and he'll be tackled. They do mark him back at the line of scrimmage some way, somehow, but he was swallowed up there by 4 defensive linemen of the Lions, and I'm going to give that one the lead guy, number 9, Warbington, with a tackle. And we're looking at 3rd down and 5 yards to go here from the Indians' 40-yard line. 6 minutes remain here in the first quarter. We appreciate you tuning in to 97.7 WJUL.
Well, and Trent immediately sort of clapped his hands. He knew he should have pulled that because he had some room here on this left side of the line. But again, can't relive that. Just sort of got to forget about that and on to the next play. We got a 1st down to get.
Yep, the new play here is the snap to Bradshaw. Bradshaw going to throw it down the field to the right side, and it's overthrown, intended for none other than Will Travis, and the ball was thrown well out of bounds, so 4th down and 5. Wish you could have had that one back because I do think that was a catchable ball if it would have been in radius of Will Travis, a big 6'5" guy.
Yeah, and the running back that time did a nice job picking up the blitz because the Lions were coming on a blitz. And had he not picked that up, that would have been a sack probably on that play. So here we are punting the ball for the 3rd time here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go here. And Trent Bradshaw, the quarterback, the defensive back, and the punter will be punting this one away from the 40-yard line. Here's a snap, and it is going to be blocked. I think he did get ball first, but the official is going to say he did touch the ball. And the punt goes up in the air, rolls at the 41-yard line, and the Lions will have it. 1st and 10 from the Indians' 41-yard line. I'm not sure if you saw that, Stuart, but it was tipped by the special teamer, and the official went to grab out his flag and then was like, you know what, he touched the ball. Let's keep this flag in my pocket here. He was going to call it, and it looked as if one of the special team gunners for the Lions had something to say to him, and he stuck that right back into his pocket.
Yeah, that was definitely close to running into the kicker, roughing the kicker, but at the end of the day, that was a net punt of 0.
And I think you're right. It looks as if the original starting quarterback, Colton Gauthier, is back out here for the Lions 1st and 10. Here's a snap, calling a receiver from the left side in motion to the right side. They're going to hand it off to him. Got plenty of running room to the 25, 15, 10, 5. Cuts inside, and he's in for a touchdown. Just went in between, weaved his way in between 3 different defenders for the Towns County Indians, and a 41-yard touchdown score for the Lions. And not the way you want things to go after a punt. The very next play gave up a 41-yard touchdown here in the first quarter. 12-0, the Lions lead your Indians, and the reason it's 12, not 13, is because the Lions attempted the 2-point conversion, and Andrew Griffin had something to say about that the last touchdown. So 12-0 as we await what looks to be extra point field goal to make it 13-0, and 5 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Here's a snap. The extra point is up. Plenty of leg, and the kick is good. 13-0 the score here. The Lions lead your Indians on 97.7. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. Chris Mathis, Stuart Nichols, back here with you with live coverage of the Towns County Indians following the Lion touchdown. And here's the kickoff that goes to the 23-yard line, caught by Allen Gillis. Cuts upfield, decides to go to the right side, and he's going to be swallowed up, thrown down. Luckily, they do say his forward progress stopped near the
about the
23.
Yeah.
So now Towns County will have it 1st and 10. They'll mark it from the Indians' 23-yard line. Just 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 the score.
Yeah, we're down 2 touchdowns. The defense played well the first couple of drives, and the last 2 drives, the Lions have definitely taken advantage. But the Indians have got to do something else.
Putting 2 and 2 together. Last week, the Eagles targeted the right side when running the football, and this week, the Lions are doing the same as they scored a 41-yard touchdown on the right side of the Indians' defense. And waiting to snap, and there's a jump there on the line of scrimmage. I believe that's going to be offsides on the Lions. No official call yet, but that nose tackle definitely did jump, so that'll cost them some yardage.
And Chris, the Indians are looking for their first first down.
Yeah, first down. We literally 7 minutes into this ball game, and this will be our fourth possession, Stuart. Fourth time having the football. So Indians have it 1st and 5 now from their 28-yard line, and here comes Trent Bradshaw, senior quarterback, alongside his offense as the Indians are looking to pick up a first down. Here's a snap. Bradshaw gives it off to the tailback, who's going to be swallowed up for a loss. That one goes to Nick Bradley, wearing number 24, and he just had nowhere to go. Looked right, there was a line defender, looked up the middle, line defender looked to the left, another line defender, got swallowed up there. I'm going to say number 64 with the tackle there for the Lions, and that was Jackson Rhodes with a nice stop. 2nd down and 10. He did get to the line of scrimmage, so the original line of scrimmage, a loss of 5 on the play. 2nd and 10 now, 4 minutes, 30 seconds remain. We trail at 13-0 here in the first quarter. And here comes Trent Bradshaw. No back set, shotgun formation, takes a snap, rolling right. Kind of does a shovel pass to Blaine Rogers, and nowhere to go. 2 defensive linemen were all over Rogers. Kind of a risky decision to even pitch it forward on that play, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage and was swallowed up there by number 41, Savicchio, for the Lions. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 10. Towns County has not been able to move the ball here, aside from that offsides penalty on the line. So 1st and 10 now for your Indians from their 28-yard line. Correction, 23-yard line, the original line of scrimmage.
We tried that play a couple times last week, and it did not work out.
I'm looking to throw the ball here on 3rd down and 10. And hopefully you can find an open Will Travis on this possession. He's playing on the inside, usually an outside receiver playing inside. Here comes Bradshaw. He's going to be chased down and dropped for a sack, a blindside sack. Nowhere for him to go, and he had no idea that the defensive end was chasing him down like that. He pulled away from the snap and immediately went right, and the defensive end just dragged him down from behind. A huge sack there defensively, and that will bring up 4th down and long for Towns County. They'll have the ball spotted at their 9-yard line. Bradshaw will stand halfway in the end zone awaiting the snap to punt this one away.
If I'm giving Wesley Calhoun the hardware hit of the week and stuff, then I can be critical too sometimes, right? He just missed his block, and his guy was the one that tackled Trent there. The speed to the outside, and he beat Wesley, and here the Indians are pinned back.
Here's the snap, the punt. It's a wobbly one, bounces at the 35-yard line, rolls upfield. It's almost fumbled by the return man, but he's going to take it upfield in between a couple guys. Plenty of running room to the 30, calls on for a block all the way down to the 28-yard line. Great news is there's a flag down at the 41-yard line. More than likely, it's a block in the back there on the line.
Yeah, that should be coming back. We hope it's coming back.
I mean, luckily there was that flag there, as well as Tyler Swanger, who made the tackle. If Swanger was not there, that one was going for 6 points. So now here's the official call, a holding called against the Lions on the punt return, and that's going to cost them some yardage. So great news defensively for your Indians. Now they'll have it. They'll have the Lions set up. They'll still be, I believe, near their side of the field, awful close. That's going to cost them 10 yards. That holding call will. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We trail 13-0, and the ball is officially spotted at the Hebron Christian Academy 48-yard line. Do not forget to check out Windstream Channel 4 for coverage of tonight's ball game on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, as well as Windstream Channel 4 on YouTube Monday night. So now 1st and 10 for the Lions. Takes a snap. It's a pitch play to the left side of the tailback across midfield. No, he's going to be swallowed up there before he got to the midfield marker by Wesley Calhoun, and he must have heard what you said there, Stuart. He did not like your criticism, and he made a tackle there for the Indians. So he is stopped just shy of the 50-yard line. Lions will have it 2nd down and 9 from their 49-yard line, and that was a pitch play to the tailback wearing 27, Jaden Stowers.
Yeah, and so the first couple of drives, the Indians defense did great, and then those last two was tough. So hopefully they can get back on track here and not let the Lions score any more points. I'm
just hoping we can continue to stop that passing game. And here's the snap, and he's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage there by number 54, the Towns County Indians, Shane Sparks, a guy we've heard from quite a few times on the defensive side of things for your Towns County Indians. So third down and 10, no excuse here. You have to make a stop here. Minute 29 here in the first quarter remain, and there's no excuses. Third down and 10 from the 48-yard line. The Lions have it, and the Indians need a big defensive stop. This will be huge, but one thing we've seen the Lions try to do is throw the ball down the field. They're 0 for 3 when throwing the ball down the field for quite a bit of distance or yardage, and now we'll wait and see what the call is here. Here's a snap, quick screen pass to the right side. Caught at the 45-yard line. Missed tackle after missed tackle down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and is wrestled down at the 2-yard line. Stewart points out that there's a flag down at the 35-yard line. Either way, that shouldn't have even gone that far. 2 missed tackles there by the Indian defense on third down and 10.
Yeah, third down and 10, two missed tackles. One thing I'm noticing now, again, give the Lions credit. They're doing good setting up their blocks, and then they're following the blocks and making cuts and that kind of stuff. But I've also noticed several poor angles by the Indians defenders, and so after that play, thankfully, not only is it not down at the 1-yard line, but they've got a third and looks like about 4 yards or so here to go. So we get another chance to stop them, but we got to make some tackles.
We most definitely do. Third down and about 5 yards to go for the Lions. They'll have the quarterback wearing number 4, Gauthier, with the ball. He'll wait at the 49-yard line with one tailback to his right. Here's a snap. Gauthier looks left. Throws a quick pass to his speedy wide receiver. Cuts in between a few guys down to the 30, 25-20. Plenty of running room. 15, 10, 5. Dives his way in for a touchdown. That's number 1, Logan Johnson, with another touchdown for the Lions. And third down and 5. Towns County was looking to make a stop.
It's exactly the same play. Exactly the same play. Wide receiver screen. The first time they ran it right, that time they ran it left. No penalties this time, and wow.
19-0, the scoreboard shows that the Hebron Christian Academy Lions lead your Towns County Indians here. 36.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. And we await to see what happens here. The first touchdown that the Lions had, they tried to go for the 2-point conversion and failed. Now it looks as if we'll see a traditional extra point field goal here by number 52, Aiden Meek, a senior kicker, 6'2", and they're going to try to get one more guy out here on the line for the Lions. And Aiden Meek awaits a snap. Here's a snap, the hold, the kick. It's low, but it does get across the upright. No, it's no good. The extra point is no good. So 19-0 the score here in the first quarter. Thank you for tuning in to 97.7 WJUL. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Chris Mathis, Stuart Nichols back here in the press box at the Frank McClure Stadium in beautiful Hiawassee, Georgia. And here's the kickoff following the touchdown score by the Lions. And Garrett Oakes, wearing number 5, will return this ball for your Indians. Cut in between a few guys, got running room to the outside, spins away from a tackle, and is finally wrestled down near the 26-yard line. So first and 10 for your Towns County Indians following the return by Garrett Oakes. And we'll have the ball first and 10 from our 26-yard line. 26.5 seconds remain here in the first quarter. We trail 19-0.
19-0, but the 2 extra points being missed is giving the Indians, honestly, some hope here. But we've got to do something. We've got to get on the board. And we've tried throwing. We've tried being creative with that inside shovel pass. We've tried all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, we've got to line up and just run over somebody.
First and 10 now in the I formation come Trent Bradshaw and the Towns County Indians. Here's a snap. Bradshaw going to keep it himself, run to the outside. He's got running room, and he gets up across the 30-yard line down to the 33-yard line. So a nice carry there for Trent Bradshaw and the Towns County Indians. And somebody's slow to get up, but he is up, number 54, Sparks. Is there a flag down? There's a flag down near the spot of the tackle where Bradshaw carried the ball up to the 33-yard line, and the officials will talk this one out. The guys in the zebra striped shirts will decide what this penalty is here with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Looks like maybe a face mask. Personal foul. Oh, hit to the head. Targeting.
15-yard penalty there.
Wow, so that's the Indians' first down, and it came up via the yellow cloth.
So now Towns County will have it 1st and 10 from their 48-yard line. We need a touchdown score here, trailing by 3 possessions. 19-0 the score. Clock will continuously run. 12 seconds, ticking down to 10.
Yeah, we may get a playoff. I don't know. We'll see. No, they're not going to be on time, I don't think.
Bradshaw, I formation. And they just wait for the buzzer to go off on the scoreboard. 19-0 the score here. Following quarter number 1. We'll be right back in 60 seconds with more Towns County Indian football on 97.7. Back here with you, Chris Mathis, alongside Stuart Nichols, the voice of the Towns County Indians on Lake 97.7 WJUL. We are glad that you've tuned in your radio dial to tonight's coverage of more high school football. And following the end of the first quarter, the score 19-0. The Lions lead your Towns County Indians. The Indians will have it 1st and 10 from their 48-yard line, and now the Indians will be working from left to right on your radio dial. So now Towns County comes out, I formation. Trent Bradshaw, of course, playing quarterback, calls on Tyler Swanger to go to the left side. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Allen Gillis, tries to cut outside, and he's going to be swallowed up there for a loss of 2. Tackle made there by Justin Peavy of the Lions for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 now for your Indians.
Yeah, Gillis was trying to get that outside, but I couldn't tell if it was for safety or one of the linebackers that come up and made a nice open field tackle. Usually you like your chances of Gillis against a guy like that in the open field, but he made a nice tackle there.
Yeah, he sure did, and it was one of the linebackers for the Lions. 2nd and 12 now for Towns County. First couple plays of this ball game, we tried to open up the passing game, and since then we have not thrown the ball. Here's a snap. Bradshaw fakes a few handoffs. Going to be a pitch play to Will Travis. Will Travis gets down to the 49-yard line. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and Will Travis tried to break away free. He wanted to get across midfield there, but was unable to do so. So now that'll bring up 3rd down for your Indians from their 49-yard line. I'll mark it 3rd down and 9. And Trent Bradshaw comes over to the sideline to speak with John Cornett to see what the call is as they look for their first touchdown of the ball game. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 19-0 the score.
And Will is too good an athlete. You know, we've tried to throw the ball to him a couple of times, couldn't quite get there. He's wide open. Oh.
Here's a snap. Bradshaw going to fire left. Wide open, Will Travis, and it's in and out of the hands of Will Travis. He took a nice shot there by the defensive back. You know, you wish you could have hung on to that ball, but it was a tough catch to make, and Will Travis a little slow to get up and kind of being assisted by the official. You know, you're always told as a young athlete, you're going to take the hit no matter what. So if there's a way you can bring that ball in, which I'm not saying there was, that was a little bit of a high pass, but you're going to take the hit either way, so do not worry about the defender until after you made the catch. And that'll bring up 4th down and 9. Will Travis is up. He looks fine. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him there.
Hopefully that's all that happened to him, and he is coming off under his own power. You really like to see that ball on the other shoulder. It came to his right side, and the pattern that he was running, you'd really almost rather see that to the left shoulder of Will. But again, they were trying to get the ball to him. He's too good not to get the ball in his hands. The last home game he got hurt. Hopefully he'll be all right. 4th
down and 9 for your Indians, and here comes Trent Bradshaw to punt this one away. He'll stand back from his 36-yard line. Here's a snap. Plenty of time, and it's going to be blocked once again. The punt is blocked, and it's going to be a return ball here by number 16 for the Lions. Plenty of running room down 25-20, 15-10. Cuts back inside, and he's in for a touchdown. 2 flags come in near the 50-yard line. And Alex Paulson, a guy who's been all over the ball defensively with a nice return, but I believe that's going to be taken back there by the 2 penalty markers at the 50-yard line.
Well, the Lions have given the Indians every chance. They've had multiple penalties tonight, holding, blocking the back. We had a targeting call there just a minute ago. But again, just an inability by the Indians to take advantage. We do have a Lions player that is down on the field, so we're hoping that he's okay. The trainers are attending to him now.
Now we wait to see what the official call is here at the 50-yard line by the officials. They'll pick up the flag and talk things over. They do direct their attention to the press box, but it looks as if they're focusing on the injured player, and the injured player for the Lions is up. Gets a big round of applause by the fans on both sides, and he's getting some help. Looks as if his right ankle might have gotten a little tweaked up there, but penalty is obviously against the Lions there as the ball is moved to the 42-yard line, and Towns County still has their defense out there. But what could have been a touchdown is not a touchdown. So that's great news. And 10 minutes, 3 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Down by 3 possessions. Towns County needs to stop here. And the defense played well the first 3 possessions of this ball game. Can the Indians do so here, Stuart? Let's find out. 1st and 10 now for the Lions with a single back formation. 2 out wide, 2 receivers out near side. And here comes the snap. Going to be looking here to the near side, fling it to the wide receiver who cuts back inside at the 50-yard line and pushes his way down to the 47-yard line. Pass complete there to Justin Peavy, wide receiver, brought down by number 5, Garrett Oakes, as well as Wesley Calhoun.
I'm not sure, but I think the injured player, was that number 3, Jeffrey Saturday?
That was the injured player, correct.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Saturday is the son, I believe, of the Atlanta Falcons great. I forget his dad's first name, but Saturday played for the Falcons in the NFL for several years.
That's truly amazing. So now 1st and 10.
Jeff Saturday. No.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, so he's with the Colts. It's the same guy then. I'm sorry. So he's with the Colts.
Yeah, the phenomenal offensive lineman. I believe he played center for Peyton Manning and a little bit of Andrew Luck's time there for the Colts. And
so that's his son.
That's awesome. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 3 following a quick screen pass to the receiver. The Lions have done that all night, been very successful when throwing the ball on a bubble screen. And now we're looking at 2nd down and 3 from the Indians' 40-yard line. 9 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the first half. And here come the Hebron Christian Academy Lions. A single back formation for the quarterback. 2 out wide, 1 here to the near side. And here's a snap. Going to fire it here to the left side. Completed once again. Quick catch and fights his way forward. Plenty for the first down. Gain of 5 there for the wide receiver, Hunter Borges, who also played some Wildcat quarterback on the in the first quarter and scored a touchdown. So 1st and 10 now following the completed pass to Borges, and a tackle was made by Garrett Oakes of the Towns County Indians. 1st and 10 now for the Lions from the Towns County 34-yard line.
Well, if the Indians are going to give him that kind of cushion, he's too good a quarterback, and he'll take those 5 or 6 yard throws all night long.
He sure will, and he's also capable of taking off, using his legs to pick up a first down. Haven't had to see that often tonight, but it is a possibility. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to the halfback, who's going to go directly up the line and able to fight his way down to the 30-yard line. That handoff went to Burrows, the running back. That's the first time he's gotten the ball tonight for the Lions. Tackle made there by Tyler Swanger of your Indians. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remain here in the first half. We're glad you've tuned into Towns County Indian football. We trail 19-0 here, trying to get a big defensive stop against these Hebron Christian Academy Lions.
You know, the first couple of drives tonight, the defense did amazing. We got a turnover, had them pinned back, had great field position, but ever since then, they've really just been able to do whatever they wanted to on offense.
And here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to the tailback once again, and he's going to be tackled there by Allen Gillis. Nice effort there by Allen Gillis. Second chance effort to bring down the running back, and he gets down to the 26-yard line. So now 3rd down and 2, a huge 3rd down opportunity defensively for your Indians. And last time there was a 3rd down, they picked up a 3rd down and 5 and scored a touchdown of 34 yards. So
I feel like the Lions here, especially after their place kicker, we saw them kick a couple extra points and miss one or whatever, that you know, this is 4 down territory for them to pick up a couple of yards.
Yeah, absolutely. He missed an extra point wide left. 3rd down and 2. Here come the Lions taking the snap. Going to be a handoff. Plenty of running room in between the Indian defensive line, and he's got a 1st down all the way down to the 17-yard line. Nice pickup there by the tailback. Burrows, once again, back-to-back 1st downs when they've given him the football. 7 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Towns County has the Lions knocking on their door. Ball will be placed at the Indian 17-yard line, and here comes the quarterback, number 4, Gauthier, with one tailback. Kind of a fullback to his right, and 1st and 10. According to the chain gang, after the 1st down carry, here's a snap. Handoff goes to the left side, and he's going to be swallowed up. And Towns County tried to strip the ball away, but a great effort there by 2 guys by the name of Blaine Rogers and Shane Sparks with a nice play there to swallow him up for a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 following the nice tackle there for a loss by the Indian defensive line.
Yeah, good job there by the D-line. And, you know, they were able to get some penetration, and that really messed up the flow of what the Lions are trying to do. We've got to be consistent in that, getting that penetration, pushing the offensive lineman back into the alley or the lane which the running back was trying to get to.
Big 3rd down now for the Lions, 3rd and 14 as they are at the Indians' 21-yard line. Here's a snap, looking left, firing it. It's completed there to the receiver, who's going to be pushed and breaks away from one tackle and is finally brought down at the 8-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to be awful close. They might have to bring out the chain gang for this.
Ball on the 7.
Just a quick pass to the left side, and they've been successful on those stop and goes for the receivers.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it just like a half yard short, Chris.
3rd down.
3rd down and maybe half a yard to go for the Lions. 4 receivers now for the Lions. Here's a snap. Quarterback looks left, and it is complete to the receiver at the 1-yard line, and he tries to get his way in, and he does. He dove over Garrett Oakes and was able to get the ball across the goal line for 6 points, and tremendous effort there by the wide receiver of the Lions. You've got to give him credit. Bad news is they score 6 points on your Indians.
Yeah, another 6. That's tough. But again, the Indians can't get down. They gotta keep their head up and keep playing hard. We mentioned this in the pregame that we want to play with excellence on every play, and that was a nice hit.
Extra point is good to the score here. 26-0, 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the 1st half. We'll be right back with more Towns County Indian football in 60 seconds.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every 1st down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Chris Mathis, Stuart Nichols back here in Hiawassee, Georgia, following the touchdown pass to the wide receiver wearing number 9, Will Warbington, for the Lions, and the score 26-0. Here's the kickoff following the touchdown. Catch is made for the Indians at the 10-yard line. Working to the right side, Nick Bradley dodges a few guys and is met there at the 20-yard line. They'll mark him at the 20-yard line. That's where your Towns County Indians will take over. We'd like to give a big thank you to our sponsor of tonight's ball game, Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street in Hiawassee, and also a huge thank you to Ken back in the station, who's making this production possible. And Ken just also informed us that the head coach of Hebron Christian Academy is Jeff Saturday, a phenomenal offensive lineman. I believe he played center. in the NFL for quite some time. Got to play for Peyton Manning on the Colts as well as Andrew Luck, and he's the head coach of these lines. So that's awesome, and I appreciate you letting us know that, Ken. That would make a lot of sense as his son's out there making a few tackles for the Lions. 1st and 10 now for your Indians. Here's a snap. Bradshaw is going to keep it himself, and he was hit hard. Somehow muscled his way forward up to the 25-yard line. Great effort there by Bradshaw. He got hit from both sides. And gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 from the 25-yard line. Indians have 4 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Down by 26. Lions have done a great job defensively, but at the same time, I feel like the Indians have not played up to their full potential. I don't think we've seen the best from the Indian offense so far tonight, which it's going to happen eventually, but so far tonight it's been a little flat.
I agree with you, Chris. It's been a struggle on the offensive side for sure.
And here comes Trent Bradshaw once again with Blaine Rogers playing fullback, Alan Gillis playing running back. Here comes Bradshaw, going to keep it himself, makes a guy miss and cuts outside and gets a nice gain of 4 once again by Trent Bradshaw. Great awareness. He read that defensive end there on the read option, and he gets up to the 30-yard line. So now 3rd down and half a yard for your Indians. We need this 1st down as bad as ever.
You got to get this 1st down. A couple of things going on, Chris. Number 1, we want to put some points on the board. 2, Hebron gets the ball back. So the last thing we want to do is give them any time to be able to get the ball and come back down the field and score again before half.
Here comes the snap. Bradshaw gives it off to Alan Gillis, and he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage at best. There's no way he got the 1st down. Nice play there. The defensive line just really penetrated the Indian offensive line, and tackle was made there by Jonathan Burke, wearing number 14. Nice effort there, and we did lose a yard. 4th down and about a yard, maybe a yard and a half now for your Indians. Are we going to go for this, Stewart?
It looks like the Indians are going to go for it, or they may just try to draw them off sides here.
Which they have jumped. They jumped on the 2nd possession of the ball game. Cost them 5 yards. Let's see if we can do that here. Bradshaw comes out, I formation. Bradshaw directly under center. Steps away, announces a quick audible to his tailbacks, and steps back. They're going to snap this ball, give it off to Blaine Rogers. Rogers spinning away, and he is tackled there in the backfield at the line of scrimmage. So Towns County unable to convert on 4th down and a yard or so. And now we have a turnover on downs. The Lions will have it 1st and 10 from the Towns County 29-yard line. So you need a huge stop here. Cannot afford to give up another touchdown. 6 more points would make it 32-0 here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, I feel like I appreciate the coach going for it there, but the fact of the great field position that they would be in, the fact that they're getting the ball back to start the second half, I think you try to get them to jump. If they don't jump, you punt the ball.
So now looking at 1st down and 10 for the Hebron Christian Academy Lions from the Indian 30-yard line. And we await the snap here. Here's a snap. Going to be a quick read play. They're going to do a quick screen pass, a bubble screen pass to the receiver on the right sideline. There's a flag down.
They're going to get 15 more yards. That's going to be a face mask penalty. Looked like on Nick Bradley.
Yeah, he tried to bring him down, and it looks like he had to do it on a 2nd effort, and that's when he grabbed the face mask. So that will definitely be against Towns County. Pass was complete to the receiver on the far side, Gauthier. So we're seeing a switch of quarterbacks. Number 6 playing some quarterback as well as number 4, and that time Gauthier was playing receiver and got a nice catch and additional yardage. And then on top of that, got a 15-yard penalty that will set the Lions up at the Towns County 14-yard line. So now 1st and 10 from the Indians 14-yard line. Lions are hungry for another touchdown here, up 26-0, 2.5 minutes to go. 1 running back in the backfield. Here's a snap for Gauthier. He's going to fake the handoff, throw it into the end zone, and it's off the fingertips of his intended target. Incomplete. A lucky break there because the receiver did have the height advantage on the Indian defensive back, Nick Bradley, but it goes in and out of the hands, and I don't think he ever fully had full possession of the ball anyways. It just kind of rubbed across his fingertips, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the Indians 14.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a high throw. but it looks like we've got Gauthier back in now at quarterback. So, yeah, he's back in at quarterback. He seems to have the better arm of the two.
He does, and he hasn't been as successful running the football as the other quarterback has been for the Lions, but he does have a better arm and has completed more passes for sure. Here's the pass, another screen pass here out wide to the receiver, who is going to be wrestled down. No, he fights through a tackle and continues to stay on his feet, broke through a Will Travis tackle, and fought forward for 3 more yards before he got pushed out of bounds by Wesley Calhoun at the 5-yard line. Once again, these guys are continuing to really complete these quick screens and get nice yardage. So 3rd down and 1 following the pass to the left side of the field for the Lions. They just need a yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be their bread and butter, Chris, is those quick wide receiver screens and let the guys, you know, when they're running trips or something, let the guys downfield do the blocking for them, and they're able to pick up big yards on short passes.
Here's the snap, 3rd down and 1. Calls the receiver in motion to the left side. He's going to run the ball.
Look at that. Wesley Calhoun, great hit to keep him out of the end zone. Wesley had to make that. He's in the end zone for another score there for the Lions. Good job there by Wesley. He actually blew, I don't know who was trying to block him. It may have been a wide receiver or somebody, but actually knocked the wide receiver back into the running back and knocked them both out of bounds. Great job, Wesley.
Wesley Calhoun continues to be a star player defensively for your Indians, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle. The Lions did pick up a 1st down, 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line, and you expect a run here as they come out with no receivers out wide, 3-back set. And here's Gauthier with the snap, going to hand it off to his tailback, who jiggles his way in between 2 guys, kind of stutter steps and finds his way in for 6 points. Another Lion touchdown makes it 32-0, and that touchdown was scored by Richard Najum, wearing number 26. Just a nice carry, saw the open hole, and we're at 2 minutes here remaining in the 1st half. Down 32-0 as we await the extra point by the field goal specialist, Aiden Meek, wearing number 32. He did miss an extra point there on the 3rd touchdown of the ball game and has made all the other ones. And here comes the extra point tries. We await the snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. And it is good. So 33-0 the score here in the 1st half. 1:58 remaining. We'll be right back with more Indian football on Lake 97.7. Back here at the Towns County High School, the Frank McClure Stadium, with more Towns County Indian football following the touchdown score for a 3-yard run by the Lions. And here comes the the kickoff by the Lions, and it's going to be returned by Will Travis up to the 45-yard line, and the Lions sideline is ecstatic over there. Did they just force a fumble and recover it? Lions sideline continues to jump, and the ball was fumbled there by Travis, and that's where the Lions will take over, 1st and 10 from the Indians' 45-yard line. Just cannot believe that just happened. It was a nice return of about 10 yards for Travis up to the 45-yard line. And there was 3 guys around him. You figure his knee would have been down or his elbow or something. But
something's weird going on. They're saying they're giving the Indians the ball, but the sticks are lined up wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They've got the sticks going in favor of the Lions, but the Indians are going the other way. Need to get this settled out here. The way that the sidelines were acting over there.
Yeah, the sideline was acting like that they'd got a fumble, and perhaps the ball did come out, but I think the ref is saying that Will was down before that fumble. So the Indians do, thankfully, maintain possession with under 2 minutes left here to go. We got to do something to move this ball.
We sure do. We need to keep our head up here and make a play. 1st and 10 for your Indians from their 45-yard line. Here's the handoff to Alan Gillis, and gets out to the 50-yard line. That's the first time we've called Alan Gillis' name in quite some time. A nice gain of 5 for the Towns County Indians. A minute 35 remain here in the first half. And the Indians need to get some points up here on the board as Hebron Christian Academy will get the ball to start off the second half.
And we need to have some hurry up in our giddy up.
It's not looking like we're hurrying up right at the moment. Still wasting some time. A minute 15 now, wasted 17 seconds. Here comes Bradshaw, I formation, takes a snap. No one there to fake the handoff to, and the defensive end did not read that perfectly. He knew what was happening, and Bradshaw swallowed up for a loss in the play. He tried to fake a handoff to the right side, and there was no tailback there.
Well, when you watch this back on Windstream on YouTube, either on Monday or
Tuesday or Thursday,
on the television set on Tuesday or Thursday, that play is going to look a whole lot like that Trent was handing it off to number 12 for Hebron, because he was the only person in the area, Trey Staley. Clearly a busted play there for the Indians, and that was almost disastrous.
It could have been a lot worse than it was. Just a loss of 1 as we approach a 3rd down and 6 situation from our own 49-yard line. 20 seconds remain here in the first half. Indians are just kind of sitting on this one. Handoff goes to Blaine Rogers, and he's lifted up into the air. And flags come in after the play. That's got to be against the Lions. Unnecessary roughness, most definitely, unless they're going to call this against Towns County's somebody who came over there and pushed the guy. But there are some flags down at the 40-yard line. 6.5 seconds remain here in the first half. And we tried to give it out to Blaine Rogers, but he was literally lifted up off the ground and thrown down. And there's a flag at the 44-yard line. Officials will huddle up and decide what the official call is.
Yeah, we're waiting to see what the call is on that flag. But the defense got there almost as quickly as the running back did. But they have a personal foul against Hebron.
15 yards.
That's their 3rd personal foul, I believe, this game.
Targeting, that penalty as well, and then I believe they had one more. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, they did. I don't know.
They had a helmet-to-helmet for sure.
For the targeting, yes.
So now that penalty sets up Towns County 1st and 10. We do have 6.5 seconds to go here. Last week against the Eagles, we took a shot down the field. Clock still goes, 5 seconds. We need to get a snap off down to 3 seconds. No hustle whatsoever. Now we officially will call a timeout. Let's stick with it right here with 0.8 of a second. Do not want to miss this final play, because last week going into the half, Trent Bradshaw was at his own 40 and threw the ball all the way down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. So there's a chance here now that we're at the Lions' 36-yard line. There's a chance we can get this ball into the end zone.
Oh, no doubt that Trent can throw it that far. The question is, will he have any time to throw it that far? That last play, they had 3 guys in our backfield before the running back could get to Trent, who's, by the way, 1 step away. Wow, that was something else. So, yeah, I agree. Trent's got the arm. There's no question about it. He can get down there. Will's going to have some height. He's got the athletic ability, to go up and get the ball, to make a play on the ball. But Trent's got to have time to throw.
He sure does. And, last week I felt the offensive line did great in the first half. And as the game went on, the Eagles were able to get pressure on Bradshaw. But tonight, maybe 2 or 3 plays where we've had time to get the ball down the field. And I think that was the first 3 plays of the ball game, because usually we are a run-heavy, run-first offense. And to start off the ball game, throwing the ball, that definitely threw the Lions off guard. So now Indians have it 1st and 10 from the Lions' 37-yard line. 0.8 of a second to go here in the first half. We have one play for Trent Bradshaw to throw this one up to one of his targets. And here's a snap. Bradshaw under pressure, having to roll right, flushing under pressure, throws it down the field, and nobody in the area, falls incomplete. A flag is down at the 47-yard line. I didn't see a roughing the passer. More than likely a holding call. We'll wait here and stick with you before we take a timeout, because we want to make sure what the call is, and it's holding against Towns County. So pass was thrown down the field, fell incomplete. That'll do it for the first half. 32-0 the score here from the Frank McClure Stadium, and the Lions are playing some pretty perfect football here in the first half. And we'll be right back in 60 seconds to talk more about this game here on Lake 97.7 WJUL.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Chris Mathis back here with Stuart Nichols at the Towns County High School football field, also known as the Frank McClure Stadium, for live coverage of tonight's ball game between the Hebron Christian Academy Lions and your Towns County Indians. And pretty fun fact here that we learned. A big thanks to Ken back at the station for also informing us that Jeff Saturday definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. I think he might already be a Hall of Famer or is going to be inducted soon. He played offensive line for the Colts for a good 12 years at least. Several Pro Bowl award elections and Super Bowls as well. Played for Peyton Manning on the Colts as well as Andrew Luck, I believe, for his first year or two. So that's incredible. I mean, pretty awesome that the guys on the other side of us, Stuart, down on the field, played in the NFL and is one of the most prominent centers in NFL history, definitely in the past 20, 30 years.
Well, but I'm going to say this, though. While he is on the other side of the field, I'm going to say that he has never in his career had a more qualified broadcaster talking about him than he does tonight, right now.
Stuart Nichols.
No,
Yep.
Chris Mathis.
No, I don't know about that, but I do appreciate it. I do
It's
like.
going to be the Chris Mathis radio box at Frank McClure Stadium.
I'd love, yeah, maybe one day. I'll work for it, and ton
Oh,
of
yeah.
credit goes to Stuart Nichols, the first ever color guy.
That's right.
For sure, and I had a great time so far this season. Bad news is season is slowly winding down here, so that's definitely sad news about the season. But Towns County needs to come out here in the second half, play hard. They've done it all season, no matter what the scoreboard showed. Lost a lot of key guys on both sides of the ball. Let's see if the Towns County Indians can play hard and score some points here in the second half, but we'll have to play defense first. Here's the kickoff, the opening kickoff of the second half by Wesley Calhoun. And the return by the Lions. Breaks through a tackle, running along the sideline out to the 26-yard line. And that's where the Lions will start off, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 on the kickoff return. Towns County needs to come out here in the second half and play hard defensively. The first 3 drives, the defense was phenomenal. And it seemed like as the quarter went along, the Lions started to figure out, hey, do these quick screen passes, end around plays, and then here and there change out the quarterback. We've seen a couple of plays where the quarterback's taken off, the backup quarterback comes in, play a little wildcat formation. So things are, just not working in favor of Towns County. But stick with us here. We've got a great second half of Towns County Indian football coming up. Here's the first play of the second half. Quarterback's dropping, looking under pressure. Going to get away from the initial contact and is finally drugged down there at the line of scrimmage. Great play there by the defensive line, closing in there, coming off the block. Nice block shed there by number 54, Shane Sparks, as he continues to make plays for your Indians tonight. 2nd down and 10.
Well, clearly they made an adjustment because they were just going to come right back out and do another wide receiver screen. But Will Travis, as soon as the ball was snapped, took off after number 1, Logan Johnson, we talked about during halftime, to cover up that screen.
2nd down and 10 now, Stuart. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to the little scat back, Logan Johnson, who not really breaks his way through a few tackles, but kind of wiggles his way in between a few guys and picks up 2 yards. This guy's 5'6", 145, and is just a playmaker for this Lion football team. He's got 2 touchdowns on the night and continues to have success against this Indian defense. Only a gain of 2, but it should have been a loss of 4, Stuart. 3rd down and 8, following that 2-yard carry by the tailback, Logan Johnson. And official will blow a whistle here
Yeah, the Lions had to call a timeout. They had 12 men on the field. The guy was running off, and rather than getting the flag,
I'd like to remind you
they ended
to
up taking a timeout.
trade with these folks
Yeah, smart
that,
move there because it is third down and 8. The way things have been playing out, the Indians have not been successful on third down. But, you know, you do not want to put yourself in that situation and cause an even longer opportunity here if you take that penalty for the delay game.
Sure, no, not at all. And you know, again, hopefully they can keep it up. And of course, no doubt the Lions will make some adjustments as necessary too. But clearly at halftime, the Indians made an adjustment rather than sitting back and waiting on that screen pass to be completed. When they line up in trips on either side of the field of that last time, Will Travis just ran right at number 1, and the quarterback saw him coming, pulled the ball down, and tackled him really at the line of scrimmage. And that's how we end up getting here. Now we've got another timeout.
It's an equipment timeout there. Second equipment timeout tonight called on the Lions, and this time they'll have to go to a substitute offensive guard. And usually in football, the starting offensive lineman compared to the next guy up is a huge drop-off. So maybe Towns County can apply some pressure on third down and 8, and we jumped off sides.
You got to watch the ball. You learn that at Pee Wee's. You got to watch the ball. And so they picked up an easy 5, and that's going to give them a much shorter third down.
Yeah, 5-yard gain there for the Lions from their own 35-yard line now. We're looking at third down and 3 from their own 35. Indians need to step up big here and make a defensive stop, and we wait the snap. One running back to his left. Here's the quarterback dropping back, throws it to the left side. He's got a wide-open receiver. The ball is loose, but it rolls out of bounds. The catch was made for the first down at the 49-yard line. The ball was loose. Give credit there to Garrett Oakes, wearing number 5 for the Indians on the tackle.
But again, that time the receiver had all kinds of cushion, and this quarterback, Colton Gauthier, he's too good. I mean, he can find those little pockets in the zone and be able to hit his receivers, and that's what happened there.
So now first down and 10 following the completed pass by Gauthier, and now the Lions will have it first and 10 from the Indians' 48-yard line. Here's the snap. Gauthier's going to keep it himself on the read option, and he's going to run up right into the Indian defensive line, brought down by Wesley Calhoun, Tyler Swanger, and gain of 4 or 5 on the play. So now the Indians will have a defensive opportunity here to make a play. It's second down and 6 now for the Lions from the Indians' 45-yard line. 8 minutes, 50 seconds remain here in the third quarter. We trail 33-0.
Alan Gill's come up hobbling just a little bit. Hopefully he's all right.
His ankle's been a big factor for him throughout this season, and he still continues to play. It just shows how much he loves his team and loves his brothers. Here's the snap. Going to be a quick dump off to the tailback. Makes one guy miss and wrestled his way forward. Finally thrown down at the 34-yard line for another first down. The Lions just continue to fight after initial contact, and this time making the catch was Blake Scarberry, wearing number 17, who picks up a nice first down. And the clock is inching its way down to the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Lions from the Towns County 33-yard line.
Yeah, and again, they just keep finding the little short passes just right on the edges, and then it's just after that, it's just playmakers making plays.
They have so many playmakers to watch out for. Here's a snap. They're going to fake the handoff, throw it down the field, and it is caught. Did he get a foot in bounds? That's the question. And a late hit there called on Nick Bradley, and an unnecessary shove there by the receiver. And the ref was standing right there. Does not throw a flag for that. Do not understand that whatsoever. I know Bradley was guilty, but at the same time, the guy comes right back at you. That's unnecessary.
Well, and Nick just needs to know where he's at on the field. He actually hit him in the field of play and sort of a couple of turns around, and he ends up being out of bounds when he finished dragging the guy down. And you just got to be aware of where you're at on the field. Once you go out of bounds, you just stop.
Yeah, the receiver there was able to drag his foot in bounds. Nice effort there on the sideline. And Nick Bradley was favoring that right arm, just holding onto his right arm a few seconds after making the tackle. So now, following the penalty and the catch, it's 1st and goal from the Towns County Indian 5-yard line. Here come the Lions. Here's a snap. Another quick bubble screen pass to the left side. Wide open, down 3-2-1, touchdown. Pass was complete to Hunter Borges, wearing number 6, and that guy continues to have success. That's his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Give him this time a 5-yard touchdown score with just a little over 7 minutes remaining. The score 39-0. And now we will see an extra point try, just a traditional extra point by the field goal kicker, Aiden Meek, wearing number 32. Quarterback will hold the snap. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So now the score being 40-0 here in the 3rd quarter. 7 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with more Towns County Indian football on Lake 97.7.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.
Pooch kick to the Towns County Indians is caught there following the touchdown by Will Travis at the 30-yard line. Able to pick up 2 yards for the Indians. We will take over 1st and 10 from our own 32-yard line. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. The clock is still running down due to the score deficit being 40-0. The Lions lead your Indians. Once again, just a huge thank you to Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street for bringing tonight's coverage. And we have yet to have a Hiawassee Hardware hard hit of the ball game. Calhoun would be the only guy up for it once again, but I don't know if that was a huge hit. It was a clutch hit. 1st and 10 now for the Towns County Indians. Bradshaw going to keep it himself. Was looking to maybe pitch it backwards and did not like what he saw, so he kept it himself and stays at the line of scrimmage. Trent Bradshaw there, the quarterback. Tackle made by the defensive player wearing number 64, Rhodes, Jackson Rhodes with the tackle. Got back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 for the Towns County Indians. Indians looking to get their first touchdown or something up on the scoreboard, as the scoreboard shows 40-0. Here comes Allen Gillis, handoff to the left side. Gillis tried to lower his shoulder and gets
loss of a yard.
Yeah, gets hit pretty hard too by 2 different guys for a loss of 1. Allen Gillis usually touches the ball, 15, 16, 17 times. Tonight, that's probably his 4th carry of the ball game. He's had an injury with his ankle all night. It looks as if he has some kind of thing on his right ankle as well to support, ankle support. So now 3rd down and 11 for your Indians. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. We have the ball at our own 25-yard line. Here's a snap. It's a handoff that goes nowhere but backwards.
Well, I think maybe we're going to try that inside shovel again. Trent almost lost the ball, but we ended up losing about another 5 yards there. And now we are punting again. So the defense made some adjustments plenty during halftime, but we're still struggling mightily on the offense.
We are, and due to the struggles that we've had to call on Trent Bradshaw to punt the ball away, probably the 7th time in tonight's ball game, and Trent Bradshaw will stand back at his own 14-yard line. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Here's a snap. The punt by Bradshaw. Return man lets it bounce at the 48-yard line and roll in favor of Towns County down to the Lions 43. So that's exactly where Hebron Christian Academy will take over 1st and 10 from their 43-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go. 40-0 the score here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the Indians' offensive struggles continue. We were talking about this during the break earlier, but we opened up the season against Hayesville and put up crazy points and crazy yards. And of course, again, I understand Hayesville's not Hebron or Athens Academy or whatever. I get that. But really, it seems since about the 3rd week, we've just it's been so hard to even get a first down.
Yeah, we have struggled offensively. It seems as if each week it gets more difficult. And before the snap, Towns County jumps off sides. Once again, the defensive end did not keep his eye on the ball. Line just got set for the Lions. Just got set, and Towns County is guilty of jumping off sides. That will cost 5 yards, so now give the Lions 1st and 5 from their own 48-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. And they're trying to see if they can get us to jump offside once again. Colton Gauthier wears number 4 for the Lions. Takes a snap. Gauthier looking left, going to fire it. And Indian defender Wesley Calhoun tipped it in some way, somehow, deflected it into the hands of the receiver, kind of on a slant route, kind of a shallow slant route there to the receiver on the far side. And nice play there by the Lions.
Yeah, like you say, Wesley did a nice job. I mean, he was in decent position there, got his hand on it, but somehow or another the receiver, you know, again, we've talked about this before. When momentum's in your favor, everything just sort of goes your way. On that last drive, they had a fumble. But rather than the Indians recover, it rolled out of bounds. This time we get a tip pass, but rather than it, you know, either being intercepted or just falling harmlessly on the ground, they end up making the catch for the first down.
Yeah, right into the old breadbasket for the first down. 1st and 10 now from the Indian 41-yard line. Here's the snap. Give it off to the up back, who's got plenty of room, and it finds his way, dodging in between Towns County defenders, wrestled down by Will Travis at the 30-yard line. There's a flag at the 40-yard line.
Right at the line of scrimmage, you would expect this to be a holding call, and it is. So that one's coming back. Going to be 1st and about 20.
Will Travis with a tackle. If Will was not there, I'm not sure if anybody would have been able to bring that guy down. That's the scat back for the Lions, and he's done it all night. He doesn't play a lot, but when he does, he takes advantage of his opportunity. Number 27, Jaden Stowers. A sophomore, just 5'8". Very good player, very good athlete. And now we're looking at 1st and 20 following the holding call on the line. So Lions have it right at the midfield line. Midfield Towns County logo. 1st and 20. Clock is at 2 minutes, 15 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to call receiver in motion. You know what that means. No, they're going to give it off to the tailback, who dodges his way in between a few guys. Still spinning after initial contact all the way down to the 37-yard line. Nice pickup of 12 yards on 1st and 20. These guys continue to just fight for extra yards after contact. They get a good 3 or 4 almost every carry. These guys are not big by any means.
No, you're right. They've just got some grit about them. They just keep running hard and breaking tackles. And you know what? They're good at running in space. No doubt the Indians have taken some bad angles tonight. But beyond that, they're just good when you get out in the open field. It's hard to bring a man down.
Here comes Gauthier and his line offense. Gauthier takes a snap, decides to dump it off left side. It's off the fingertips of the running back. And Will Travis was in the area to make a play on the ball, but he was trying to come up and make the hit. So no fault there to Will Travis. Falls incomplete, so that's good news. Now we're looking at 3rd down and 5 for the Lions from the Towns County 36-yard line.
Yeah, that would have been nice. You feel like where he was at and with the players around him, had Will been able to
he might have been
to catch that ball, yeah, he would have took that one.
I believe so. He had 3 other defensive guys wearing the blue in his area. So now we're looking at 3rd down and 5. Gauthier takes a snap. Hands off to his tailback, and he's going to be swallowed up. No, spins out of the tackle some way, somehow, running along to the outside, and finally wrapped up by Alan Gillis. But this guy was tackled for a loss of 2. Should have been brought down, and he spun away out of the tackle and got 3 yards. So now 4th down and about 2.5 yards for the Lions.
Yeah, Andrew Griffith had him in the backfield, and you're doing something if you can get away from Andrew. But like you say, he just kept fighting and pounding, and thankfully, I believe it was Gillis that came up and made that tackle.
4th and 3.
15 seconds remain here, still going down here in the 3rd quarter, down to 10 seconds, and we'll see what the Lions do here on 4th down and 3. No receivers. 3 back set. I formation. Going to let this clock run all the way down, and that buzzer will signal the end of the third quarter. 40-0 the score here at the Frank McClure Stadium. We'll be right back with more Towns County Indian football on Lake 97.7.
I didn't get you to sing that song last night.
You think so?
Yeah. You
I don't
sing
know.
better than Candace Lee.
Huh?
You sing better than Candace
No,
Lee.
Kansas is good. You don't think so?
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, you want me to sound bad?
If you want to.
Call the glass doctor.
See, that'd be perfect.
Call Stuart Nichols at More Insurance.
We'll file a claim for you.
What do you do, like auto?
Do everything. Actually,
Really?
I do the insurance for the radio station. So I'm the lead, the radio station agent.
Are you really? Cool. How many guys do you have at that office? Is there a few of you guys, or?
No, in Hiawassee, there's just 2 of us.
Really, that's cool.
And there's like 1, 2,
Fourth
3.
quarter start, be fourth down and 3, ball on the 34.
Chris Mathis, Stuart Nichols here on Lake 97.7 with more Towns County Indian football. 4th down and 3 now for the Lions here in the 4th quarter. Pitch play goes to the scat back. He's going to go to the right side. Uses his blocks, gets the first down, continues to fight forward all the way down to the 21-yard line. And Towns County looks as if Nick Bradley tried his best to strip the ball loose, but unable to strip it loose. The running back had a great grip on it and picks up a nice first down on 4th and 3 for the Lions.
Yeah, it'd have been great if the Indians could have got a stop right there here to start this 4th quarter, but good hard running again by the Lions.
11 minutes, 20 seconds remain here in this ball game. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in to tonight's coverage on 97.7 WJUL. For your Towns County Indians, we trail 40-0 against these Hebron Christian Academy Lions. Here's a snap. Give it off to the running back who goes to the left side, kind of a quick inside draw to the tailback who gets a gain of 1, wrestled down there by a Towns County defensive lineman. I believe that's number 78, Jake Parker, with a tackle. I love that guy. He's a great guy to talk to. He loves Towns County football. He's as honest as it gets. He shoots you straight, and he just wants to go out and win every Friday night, and I do appreciate getting to interview him every so often. So nice tackle there by Jake Parker. 2nd down and 9 for the Lions. Single back set here for the quarterback wearing number 4, Gauthier. Here's a snap, handoff to the running back who goes to the left side, spun away from a tackle, and is wrestled down. Jake Parker once again wearing 78 with a nice tackle to pick up the leftovers because one of his teammates was unable to bring down the running back, and they got 1 yard on the play. 3rd down and 8 following that tackle by Parker.
Well, the Indians' defense that time was able, again, to get some penetration. Threw him off his original lane that he was trying to run into. Again, broke that initial tackle, like you said. I mean, he's a hard runner. But Big Jake came in to clean it up and make sure he didn't go any further.
Yeah, he did, bringing up 3rd down and 8 for the Lions, and just under 10 minutes to go here in this ball game. Here's a snap. We've got a quarterback change, unless this is Wildcat formation. Quarterback's going to run to the right side. Stiff arm one guy, wrestle in between 2 guys, and then finally brought down by Will Travis and Shane Sparks. Maybe got a yard on the play. We're looking at 4th down and 7 for the Lions. I would say they're in field goal range, but like you said, the field goal kicker missed an extra point.
They're going to give it a shot, though. He is coming out onto the field. Let's see what they can do. Looks like he's going to set up, and it will be a 35-yard field goal try.
That's exactly what I would do, because later on in the season, probably playoffs, you're going to need to rely on your kicker to either take the lead, tie the ball game, or do something very important, and this would be a great practice for him. And here's a snap. It's bobbled. It's loose, and Towns County will down the man at the 26-yard line. So turnover on downs, just a horrible snap by the Lions.
Bad snap, and then the holder still felt like he might have had a chance to catch that and do something with it, but he was unable to do that, and it actually scooted by him, and he did smart. I mean, a lot of times you see those guys try to pick it up and try to make something out of it. He was just smart. You know, hey, you're up 40-0. You lay down on the ball.
Yeah, just sit on it, and be downed. And now Towns County will take over 1st and 10 from their 26-yard line. What can the Indians do with 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game? Clock will continuously run. 1st and 10 for Trent Bradshaw, the senior quarterback. Bradshaw keeps it himself, chugs those legs along up the field all the way in between 2 or 3 defensive linemen up to the 31-yard line. Nice effort there for a gain of 5 for Trent Bradshaw. He's only run the ball 3 or 4 times, but each time he's run the ball, he's having success doing so. 2nd down and 5 for your Indians from their 31-yard line. 8 minutes to go here, Stewart, in this ball game. We trail by 40 points.
Hey, these Lions are wanting to shut the Indians out tonight. One of the worst things you can have happen is to be shut out. These guys want to put some points on the board.
Here's the snap. And Bradshaw faked the handoff and slipped there on the grass back at the 26-yard line. So back to the original line of scrimmage. Bradshaw just unable to keep his balance, as looks as if his foot slipped. Maybe there's some dew out there on the field. So now 3rd down and 10 for the Indians from their 26-yard line, original line of scrimmage. Have not thrown the ball since the 1st quarter down the field.
Correct. Yeah, we've tried a couple of short things, but we've really not gone deep since then. Now might be a good time.
Yeah, now would be a good time. No backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. Bradshaw flings it the right side. It's picked off. It's picked off there at the 31-yard line. No one to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's in for a touchdown. Jaden Stowers with a pick 6 for the Lions. No one was in the area to make the tackle, and the pass was intended to Will Travis, just unable to complete the pass. Now 46-0 the score, just under 7 minutes to go in this ball game. Towns County tried to throw it on 3rd down and 10, and it was just a nice read there by the defensive back. And I'm not sure if it was underthrown, or did you see if Will Travis was?
No, I think Will ran an okay route. I don't know. The guy just was playing underneath. You might want to set a little more loft on that ball from Trent, but I think it was really more of just a good defensive play than it was a bad offensive play.
Yeah, he took it to the house, 26 yards. Here comes the extra point by Aiden Meek. The kick is good, so 47-0 here in Hiawassee, Georgia. We'll be right back with more Towns County Indian football after the break. Chris Mathis, Stuart Nichols here, still having a lot of fun up in the press box, even though the score shows the Indians trail big time. Here comes the kickoff return by Nick Bradley out to the 22-yard line. That's where the Towns County Indians will take over with the football. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Clock is still ticking its way down. We trail 47-0. Towns County at this point looking to put together a nice drive. At this point, pick up a 1st down, and we have been unable to do so the past 4 or 5 possessions. Trent Bradshaw, maybe he can. We threw the ball in the last possession. It was pick 6. We'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 now for your Indians from the 22-yard line. Bradshaw still playing quarterback. Here's a snap. Give it off to Alan Gillis. Alan Gillis had a hole, and he found the hole. Got up to the 29-yard line for a gain of 7. Nice effort there by Alan Gillis. And it's almost as if one less defender was in the area. Gillis would have split right between the 2 safeties.
Well, I'm hoping the coaches could see this, but the Lions have put in, looks like some of their backup players, and Will Travis has got about 1.5 feet on his defender out there.
Oh, by far, at least 1.5 feet. Here comes the snap. Bradshaw's going to give it off to Alan Gillis. Gillis pushes his way forward. Ground and pound is kind of what Alan Gillis is known for, unless he breaks away for a big gain. And we are looking here at 1st down and 10 for the Indians following the Allen Gillis carry. Nice effort there by Allen Gillis to keep those feet turning. 1st and 10 from the Indians' 32-yard line. 5 minutes remain here in this ball game. Towns County looking to put together a nice, consistent drive. Oh, offsides there against the defensive tackle. That's definitely not a starter because he would not do that his first play in.
Twice. He actually went the first time and they didn't call it on him. And then the second time, it's almost like he was almost out of balance and sort of fell forward.
Yeah, Zach Gunderson, wearing number 78, just a sophomore, making a sophomore mistake. 1st down and 5 for the Towns County Indians from their 27-yard line, 37-yard line. 1st down and 5. Here comes Trent Bradshaw and his offense. He's got Blaine Rogers at fullback, Garrett Oakes at running back. Here's a snap. He's going to somehow get away from the tackle in the backfield and dump it off to Garrett Oakes, but tackled right on top of Trent Bradshaw. And Bradshaw a little slow to get up. He looks okay. Thank goodness for that. But good news was Garrett Oakes was expecting that, because if not, that would have been a fumble football. And they had 3 defensive players there by the lines in the area to pick up the loose ball if it would have been fumbled. So now 2nd down and 12 after the loss of 7. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to go. We trail big time here in the 4th quarter. Once again, a huge thank you to Hiawassee Hardware for making this possible. Stuart Nichols, Chris Mathis here in the press box, awaiting the first touchdown for the Towns County Indians of tonight's ball game. 2nd and 12. Here comes the snap. Give it off to Garrett Oakes once again, and he's going to be tackled down by the defensive player wearing number 26, Richard Najim. He makes the tackle. Gain of 1 for Garrett Oakes. 3rd down and 11. Garrett Oakes continues to get some playing time on the offensive side of things in the second half each week, and they're probably getting him prepped for next year because a lot of these guys, Allen Gillis will not be back, and I believe Allen Gillis is a senior, and that means Garrett Oakes is going to have a big responsibility, and that's why they're going to go ahead and get him some playing time here. Here comes Trent Bradshaw, 3rd down and 11. I formation. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff to the fullback. Garrett Oakes got the ball and able to carry a guy some way, somehow. A guy 5 foot, maybe 2 or 3, carries a guy up to the 38-yard line. And I think that's just heart and love for the game of football and pure effort there by Garrett Oakes. Although it is 4th down and 4, just a nice carry by Garrett Oakes, able to get a nice gain of positive yardage for your Towns County Indians. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remain. 4th down now, Stuart. 4th down and 4 from the Indians' 38-yard line. Will Travis out far, and now they have a taller defensive back on him, more evenly matched. Here comes Bradshaw. Looks over at Travis. Announces an audible. You can hear him up here. Here's a snap. Give it off to the fullback, who cuts upfield for a gain of 3. Give it off Blaine Rogers with the carry, and he's going to be a guy who gets the ball a lot. Blaine Rogers wears number 15. He's a senior, and his role has increased as the season's gone on. He went from getting the ball 1 or 2 times to getting the ball 1 or 2 times per possession.
And that is a turnover on down, so that'll be the last time that the Indians touch the ball as the clock is running under 2 minutes here to go on the ball game. I believe this is the first time the Indians have been held scoreless this year.
That is correct. We've scored 8 or 14 in at least every other game. And this is the first time that it's going to be the Indians with a goose egg up on the scoreboard, down 47-0, 1:30. Both teams kind of milking this clock out, especially the Lions over there listening to the play call. They definitely have their subs in at this point.
Yeah, they just want to get out of here without any injuries at this point.
1:20 left in this ball game.
The Indians are doing wholesale changes, got all of our backup guys in there on defense.
Ethan Burrows wears number 2, playing quarterback now for the Lions. 1st and 10 for Burrows. Here's a snap. Burrows going to keep it himself, run it here to the left side. Burrows down to the 35, finding plenty of room, 25, cuts inside at 15, 10. Finally wrestled down at the 7-yard line. A huge play
5, 6 yards.
for the Lions, and 47 seconds remain after seeing the effort there by that quarterback. I think he wants to score a touchdown here. And like you said last week, you can't fault these guys, even though it's a blowout. You cannot fault these guys, these JV players, for coming in and wanting to score a touchdown on Friday night under the lights. 30 seconds still going. A lot of fans starting to clear out here at the Frank McClure Stadium. Not exactly the way we wanted things to go in this ball game. First and goal now from the Towns County 8-yard line, 17 seconds. One back set to his right side. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper to the right side. Cuts inside. Is wrestled down by Andrew Griffin. Still fights forward. These guys just break through and tackle almost every play. Down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that will do it for this ball game. 47-0, the final score here from the Frank McClure Stadium. And not exactly the way the Towns County Indians wanted things to work out. We continue to fall in region play, have yet to pick up our first region win. And I thought tonight was a great opportunity to get our first region win. The first quarter, take that back. First quarter, defense looked phenomenal. Offense was a little flat, and as the game went on, the offense continued to stay flat. The defense was unable to do much, and I think we had one stop there after the first 3 stops we had defensively. So that's hard to stop a offense that has plenty of playmakers. And Stewart probably did not get many yards on offense. You do the unofficial tally. If you can do so, we'll just wait on that. But just talking a little bit about tonight's game. For the first time this season, the first turnover was not for your Towns County Indians. The running back for the Lions fumbled the ball on the first play from scrimmage. The Indians recovered the ball near the 42-yard line, had it 1st and 10 from the 42. Could not pick up a first down on that drive. Lions got the ball back. Defense played great for Towns County. Another stop. Indians got the football, unable to do anything, did not move across midfield. We punt the football. Lions get the ball back. We stop them once again, and that was the last time that we stopped the Lions starting offense, and they scored 47 points tonight. Take that back. 7 of those points belongs to a defensive back who had a pick 6 of 31 yards. Towns County definitely feeling this loss. This is the first time all season that we have been shut out, and to be shut out at home is not a good feeling, Stuart.
No, it's not a good feeling. Again, extremely unofficial numbers, but I do just try to keep up with it. And best I can tell, total yards for the Indians tonight is 38 yards.
Right, yeah. I mean,
even if I'm half right, you know, that's still 70 yards.
6, yeah.
It's not
even if you're half right, but I think you're pretty accurate.
Yeah, and there's no wonder you don't have any points on the board. We have 38 yards of offense. Again, the defense has its struggles. At times it's played okay, but the defense has its struggles. But when I don't think we picked up a first down tonight, did we? Without penalty?
No. Not that I can recall, and I'm pretty sure.
There may have been one. I don't know. The offensive side is where the struggle is real.
Which is weird because at the beginning of the season it was the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's like we come out like gangbusters, and then you know have this going on. As far as the Hiawassee Hardware hit of the week, probably Wesley Calhoun had the best hit to keep the guy out of the end zone. But I think I'd rather give it to Andrew for keeping the 2-point conversion earlier. So we're going to give that to Andrew Griffin this week. Great job by Andrew down there on the goal line as the Lions went for 2 in a crazy lineup. But he was able to come through the clutch and make that nice tackle. So congratulations to Andrew Griffin for the Hiawassee Hardware hit of the week.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love giving that award away, and I'm definitely gonna talk to Andrew about that this week in practice, see what he has to say as we look forward to the game in 2 weeks. So this Friday we will be off. We do have a bye week this Friday, but we will be back with you guys the following Friday for more Towns County Indian football. Just a quick sum. Offensively, the Lions were able to really be successful on screen passes. They were opening up the run with the screen passes. End-around plays, they scored 3 touchdowns off end-around plays. A Wildcat quarterback keeper that went 31 yards for a touchdown. That's just really how tonight's ball game went. And, you know, just to finally wrap things up, I would like to say a huge thank you from up here in the press box to the Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street in Hiawassee for bringing tonight's coverage. A huge thank you to Stuart Nichols for being here alongside me and making this game a lot easier, a lot more fun, more enjoyable, even though the score was not what we'd like. As well as a big thank you to Ken back at the radio station for leading us along the way and making sure we get our breaks in time, and also informing us that Jeff Saturday, the former NFL legend, retired about 3 years ago, is the head coach of the Hebron Christian Academy Lions. So that is just awesome. Although, wish you would have lost. No offense to you, Jeff. I mean, I respect that you're a great legend, but at the same time, I wanted to win this ball game. Also, make sure you guys check out Windstream Channel 4 on Monday. You can check out their YouTube channel, Windstream Channel 4, for the broadcast of tonight's game with our audio. So if you want to go back and listen to yourself, Stuart, listen to how great you called the game tonight, you can do that on YouTube, Chris, Monday night.
I'm just thinking, compared to you, I'm going to sound bad. So I'm sorry, guys, but I do what I can.
No, I think it's awesome to have you up here in the press box.
I'm just kidding, Chris. I'm enjoying this, and again, I wish the games were a little bit closer and better, but at the end of the day, we got to spend Friday night watching some high school football, so it's not all bad.
Yeah, perfect night for football, perfect view here at the Frank McClure Stadium. Also check out Windstream Channel 4 on cable television on Tuesday and Thursday, as they will be airing tonight's game as well. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to 97.7 for Towns County Indian football. Keep it tuned right here for more heart, soul, and rock and roll coming up here after the break.
It's been a long time coming. The Towns County Indians are now a force and a perennial playoff contender. And Lake 97.7 is set to tee up another Friday night dogfight. So, how about you, Indians fans? Are you ready for some football?
The Towns County Indians are for real, and you can hear every first down, knockdown, and touchdown live on Lake 97.7 FM and on WJULradio.com all fall long.